Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in every life when we face a mirror, not the one on the wall, but the mirror within. A mirror that reflects not who we are, but who we could become. And it is in that moment, when everything seems empty, when the pockets are light and the hopes feel heavy, that greatness begins. Because being broke is not the end, it is the birthplace of billionaires. Being broke teaches lessons no wealth can offer. When your stomach growls louder than your ambition, when rejection knocks louder than opportunity, you start discovering the depth of your hunger, not for food, but for a future. You see, no billionaire started with billions. They started with boldness. They started with brokenness. They started with belief. And belief, ladies and gentlemen, is free. Zig Ziglar once said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." Those words ring louder when you're starting from the bottom. Because when you're broke, the only thing you truly own is your dream. And let me tell you this truth, a dream backed by action is more powerful than a fortune sitting idle. The people who rise from the dust to dominate industries, they don't walk paths, they create them. Jim Rohn said, "Formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune." When you're broke, you become your own university. You read when others watch. You learn when others waste. You hustle when others sleep. You see possibilities where others only see problems. That's the difference. That's the spark that ignites the fire of transformation. Being broke is a gift if you treat it as a beginning and not a punishment. Because what you build with empty hands lasts longer than what's handed to you. The billionaires of the world didn't wait for someone to choose them. They chose themselves. They showed up without an invitation. They knocked on opportunity's door until the hinges fell off. They believed not because the world said yes, but because they refused to accept a no. The American writer Zig Ziglar also said, "The man who has confidence in himself gains the confidence of others." When you're broke, your confidence is your capital. People may doubt your words, but they'll trust your actions. Every early morning, every late night, every sacrifice is a silent investment. And one day, those invisible investments become visible empires. Remember this, you are never poor if you have a purpose. And the most dangerous person is not the one with money, it's the one with nothing to lose and everything to prove. Use your hunger. Use your pain. Use your past. Let it be fuel, not failure. The road from broke to billionaire isn't paved in gold, it's paved in grit. You will be laughed at before you're respected. You will be ignored before you're followed. You will be doubted before you're celebrated. But in all of that, keep moving. Because motion defeats emotion. Work while they worry. Build while they blame. Rise while they rest. Jim Rohn once wisely said, "Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become." And to become that person, you must be willing to grow beyond your comfort, sacrifice temporary pleasure, and commit to uncommon discipline. Billionaires don't chase money, they chase mastery. They master their habits, their focus, their time, and their mindset. When you're broke, you have one major advantage, you know what it's like to survive. And the one who can survive anything can build anything. Pain builds persistence. Struggle builds strength. Obstacles build obsession. You must see beyond what is and chase what could be. Eric Thomas once thundered, "When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful." That's what it takes. It takes obsession. It takes unreasonable effort. It takes waking up every day with one question, how do I get better today? Not richer better. Because better always leads to richer. No billionaire was born with a map. They created it step by step, brick by brick, day by day. And you can too. Start where you are, with what you have. Because if you wait until you're ready, you'll never begin. The time will never be perfect, but your will can be. Will to rise. Will to learn. Will to endure. Will to create. Les Brown, the legendary speaker, once said, "Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars." The aim is not about what's within reach, it's about reaching further than anyone thought possible. It's about setting impossible goals and then waking up every morning to make them inevitable. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something important. The world doesn't reward wishes, it rewards work. So, work like your life depends on it. Because it does. Your dream is waiting on your discipline. Your future is waiting on your focus. Don't worry if nobody claps now. One day they'll quote you. One day they'll follow your footsteps. One day they'll say that one made it. Stephen R. Covey once said, "I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions." Decide today that you're not going to be another statistic. Decide that you're going to be the one who broke the pattern. The one who turned debt into dominance, stress into strategy, problems into profits. You are not broke. You're building. You're preparing. You're sharpening. From broke to billionaire is not just a story, it is a system. A system of choices, not chances. A system built on the principles of persistence, patience, and purpose. Every day you stay consistent, you're casting votes for your future. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you are stepping into the skin of success. Jim Rohn once again said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. That bridge is built one action at a time. Wake up earlier. Read longer. Fail faster. Learn quicker. Network better. Sell harder. Believe louder. That's the journey. That's the road. And that's how you climb from nothing to everything. People will tell you to be realistic. Don't listen. Reality is just someone else's limitation. You are not limited by your past. You are only limited by your belief in the future. Break free. Break out. Break through. Because the greatest currency is not money, it's belief. And belief pays the highest dividends. Franklin D. Roosevelt said, the only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Silence your doubt with action. Starve your fear with faith. Every move forward is proof that you are not done yet. That you are not defined by where you began, but by where you decide to go. The richest people in the world are not the ones who started rich. They are the ones who started right. Right mindset. Right focus. Right obsession. Right discipline. Don't envy the billionaire. Study them. And then outwork them. Because your story is being written. And what makes a story powerful is not perfection, it's perseverance. Oprah Winfrey once said, the biggest adventure you can ever take is to live the life of your dreams. So dare to dream even when you're buried in debt. Dare to plan even when you're surrounded by problems. Dare to take steps even when your legs shake. Ladies and gentlemen, the difference between broke and billionaire is one word, belief. Belief in your vision when no one claps. Belief in your grind when nothing works. Belief in your greatness when all you see is struggle. That belief is not just mindset, it's your mission. So, to every person listening who feels broke, forgotten, small, or behind, hear this now, you are not done. You are not finished. You are not average. You are becoming. Every billionaire today was once where you are. And they made a decision to fight, to grow, to rise. And so can you. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson once said, success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work gains success. Greatness will come. That's your weapon. Not luck. Not fame. Not magic. Consistency. The courage to repeat excellence daily until it compounds into fortune. So, go. Build your habits. Sharpen your skills. Protect your focus. Ignore the doubters. Create your path. Honor your time. And lead with hunger. Because you're not just climbing out of poverty, you're climbing into purpose. You're not just making money, you're making meaning. You're not just chasing wealth, you're building a legacy. The world needs your fire. The world is waiting for your rise. So don't just dream of being a billionaire, become the kind of person who deserves it. Who earns it? Who multiplies it? And who uses it to inspire the next one rising from the bottom. Because once you've gone from broke to billionaire, your real job is to show others they can too.